All right, you guys asked for it, so when you ask questions, we deliver. All right, and today's question that is getting asked is, how do I make my content actually sell? All right, so if you are in our Facebook group, the Creators Circle, then make sure if you have a question, send your questions to the Creators group, send your questions to Instagram, and we will answer your questions so you can get the answers that you're looking for. All right, and today we're talking about making content that actually sells your program. It's one thing to go out there and create content, but we see a lot of people that make content every single day and it's still not selling your program, and that's not good. All right, so we're going to go over 5 things. So at the end of this video, you are going to know how to create content that actually sells your high ticket programs. Let's get into this thing. Now, first things first, content is king. So yes, you still have to create content and you have to create consistent content. All right, that's key. Before we get into any of these 5 things, you have to actually create content because content is king. All right, so number 1 is you need to create content that has a big promise or outcome. Oftentimes when we're checking the content of people that are creating content consistently, but it's not actually selling anything, it's because they don't have a clear big promise. They don't have this outcome or transformation, or they're not selling a result, especially for all my coaches and service providers out there. In our coaching business, our big promise is to help you launch a $20,000 group coaching program. And we help you do that with one funnel. A lot of times when we're checking content, there's never a big promise. There's never this thing, this result that you're going to get for people. And people don't pay for coaching. People pay for a result. People pay for an outcome. And if you cannot clearly tell them that outcome, then your content is just noise. The next thing you got to do in your content is you have to create content that is based upon your framework. So when you have a big promise and you can say, hey, I can get you to this place. I know I can get you here. This is the result I know that I can help you get to. Typically, the first thought in someone's mind is, all right, well, how are you going to get me there? So you may be thinking, well, how are you going to help me launch a multiple 6-figure online coaching business? Or how are you going to help me launch a $20,000 group coaching program? Well, here's how we do it. We help you create an offer, and then we help you launch that offer and drive traffic to that offer. And then we show you how to scale that offer to 5 figures, 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, and even 7 figures. So that is our framework. So when we create content, whether it be Facebook Live, whether it's on Instagram or LinkedIn or anywhere on social media, we create that content with the idea of it's got to fall into one of these 3 frameworks: offer, traffic, or scale. So when you develop your framework, now you have a clear path of developing the content that you actually want people to take action on, which is going to lead them to want to buy from you. Number 3 is you have to post content that is about your brand pillars. Now, we recommend you having 5 brand pillars. So when it comes to our 5 pillars that we post about and create a cycle online every week, is we post about personal development, we post about marketing and funnels, we post about our faith, we post about our family, and we post about being entrepreneurs and the lifestyle that it comes with being an entrepreneur. And that's what we post about. And so when we create content that has to do with our brand pillars, then that allows our audience to actually connect with us because we can tell stories. We can make a list of things. We can ask questions that have to do with these brand pillars. And a lot of times when we ask people, hey, what are your brand pillars? What are your 5 brand pillars that you really want to stand for? And then when you look back at someone's last 5 posts, there's a disconnect. And so if you want people to buy from you, if you want to create content that people actually buy at the end of it, then they have to create a connection with you too. So that means actually seeing all the pillars, not just the business stuff. All right, number 4 is you got to create content that actually builds upon itself. Okay. Every now and then, I would say every 6 weeks, you got to either do something that creates content that people can view and it builds upon itself. So it creates anticipation. You can do this in a series of blog posts. You can do this with a series of YouTube videos. You could do it with a series of challenges or a 48-hour weekend thing. It doesn't really matter how you do it, but there's got to be content that builds upon itself, so people can actually get a small win, and then they can actually like take an action, get a small win, and they can feel the momentum. So now when they get this momentum going, then they feel like, all right, the next big thing is gotta be, I gotta pay for, I gotta buy the thing that they're offering. Okay, so make sure that at some point you're putting yourself in a position to do some type of presentation, challenge, workshop, something that allows you to create content that builds upon itself. The very last thing that is gonna make your content sell is it's gotta stick out. It's gotta stand out. If you just think, all right, I'm just gonna make content and I'm just gonna put it out there and people are going to just view it and they're gonna buy from me, you are wrong. Everybody is making content. This is not 2010. It's not 2015 anymore. Just you showing up is not good enough. You've got to show up in a way that actually gets people to stop their scroll. You got to do something crazy sometimes. You got to have fun. You got to make people laugh. You got to really stand out. So make sure that when you come across things on the internet that you're like, oh man, that like really made me stop my scroll, take out your notebook, take out a pen and pencil, something, write it down so you can come up with ideas that are going to stop people scroll, get their attention, because attention is the most valuable piece of currency in the time that we live in. All right, so be sure to download the social media posting guide. It is our guide to posting on social media and following these tips so you can actually put them into action. It's in the description box. Make sure you download that, and then make sure that you're posting inside of our Facebook group so we can help you out. Make sure you get subscribed. Let us know in the comment section which one of these tips was the best for you, and we look forward to seeing you inside of our Facebook group, and we'll catch you on the next episode of ILC TV. I'm out of here. See you.